Welcome back, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. Hope you are all doing well as we start closing down 2022. I thought it might be fitting to do kind of a year-end wrap-up on the truck to celebrate all the accomplishments that the channel has done over the past year. Just to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you, part of the, I think I'm going to start calling it the Mumphy Mafia, as you guys have constantly and continuously supported the channel. So I can't say thank you enough for following me on this journey as I modify my Tacoma. With that being said, some of the other accomplishments that have happened through this year has been the launch of the Mumphy website, mumphy.us, where it's kind of a one-stop shop for everything Mumphy. You can check out my videos over there. You can check out my Instagram. I've got a little bit of an About Me page. Plus, I've got my mods list for everything that I've done to the Tacoma over there. I also have a blog post that I'm still kind of working on. It is a one-man job over there, so bear with me. Because of all of your support, I've been able to launch that. So be sure to jump over there and check out everything that I have to offer over there. There's even a store for some Mumphy merch, kind of like the hoodie here, if you want to help support the channel. So I greatly appreciate you guys jumping on over there. One of the other things that's been pretty exciting has been going out and exploring more of just Utah and doing a couple extra camping trips. One of the big ones was being up in Glacier, where we were actually able to utilize the rooftop tent and just exploring more of just the mountains and the Uintas. I do plan on doing more camping trips, so be sure to stay tuned for more of those. You know, some of the other fun aspects of this has been doing more of the live videos where I can interact with a lot of you. You guys can ask me my questions live. I'll be able to answer them. Connecting with more of you guys has been a great accomplishment. And I also, once again, look forward to doing more of those. So be sure to join me on those lives as we continue on into the new year. Now, as far as modifications have gone, there have been quite a few that I've been able to do to the Tacoma, and I'll leave a little annotation up here at the top as I kind of go through them, so you guys can click on those and find those installs if it's something that you're interested in doing for yourself. Now, not all of them are step-by-step installs. Some of them are just kind of highlight reels of the install, but that's because I had a shop do them, and it wasn't something that I was technically ready for or had the capability of doing myself. So let's start this off with the custom LED grill that I got through Taco Clout. This thing has been just phenomenal. This is actually one of the first installs I did of this year, so what a great little install that gives you just a little bit of customizability, or at least one more layer of customizability to your Tacoma. I have talked about it quite a few times on the channel, so be sure to check that out. Now, as I've mentioned already, kind of in the camping, this has been a major modification to the Tacoma because now I have a rooftop tent. Some people like to do the ground tent. I certainly do on occasion, but having this just to be able to easily set up and take down, I do greatly appreciate having one on the Tacoma. I like the hard shell. This is aluminum hard shell. It's not the plastic that you see on most hard shells nowadays. So I do like the added protection that I have up there. So be sure to check out that video if you're in the market for one. Another really big modification that was done to the Tacoma is the Southern style off-road slimline full plate front bumper. Now that is a mouthful, but I gotta say, I really like the look of this on the Tacoma. It still gives me kind of the factory look with kind of that stealth application. I got a place for a winch. I've got the 30-inch light bar that was actually moved from behind the grill that I did earlier this year as well. So be sure to check out those two videos. But I like this thing. Upgrade from the Demon brackets. It's been a great front bumper. Still need to install a winch though. Now, one of the more substantial installs that I had done is right here. the Icon suspension upgrade coming from the Bilstein 5100s. I knew the second that I put my bed rack on and eventually the rooftop tent, I was going to definitely need an upgrade. I ended up going with a full Icon set. This is a stage 8 with the billet aluminum upper control arms. I think recently I went through a car wash and one of the stickers came off, but it's been a pretty important aspect of this build because it replaced my rear leaf springs to something that's a little bit beefier and is not going to have the back end sag as much as it used to. So definitely a good install, and I'm glad that I had a shop do it for me. Now, one of the more impressive modifications that I've done to the Tacoma has been getting it tuned. And the specific one that I did is the Overland Torque Tune. I am very impressed with this tune so far. I feel like I've got my truck back, and I gotta say, having it done locally has been really, really awesome. I've enjoyed working with Barrett from Just So LLC, who tuned my Tacoma. Be sure to check out that video where Barrett just kind of breaks down all of what this tune does for your Tacoma. It's not just the throttle response, but there's a lot more going into it than just that. So be sure to jump over and check out that if you are interested in a tune. Make sure you get all your information on any of the tunes that you're looking at doing. You may just want to skip that throttle controller. Now, this next mod that I kind of want to go over, I had done a few months back, and I did mention it in that video that I am on the road to 35s, and I'm kind of doing this in steps, so that way I am ready. I'm not just jumping ahead. I have everything in place, and that's just how I want to get this thing done. And that was with the DRT cab mount relocation. This is one modification that I definitely did not have the skill set for, so I'm glad that I was able to reach out to Agility Customs here in Utah to get that done. They have a huge team of guys that are constantly working on not just Tacomas, but other vehicles as well. But they do have a very knowledgeable Toyota guy over there that's locally known here as the Yoda guy. And working with him and Nick, who actually did all the welding and got the relocation kit installed, did a fantastic job, and I really appreciate the guys over at Agility Customs for helping me get that modification done. Be sure to jump on over and check out the install video that I did for that. All right, now this last mod has probably got more use day to day. Yeah, I guess that's debatable because obviously the suspension. This is definitely one that I use constantly while I'm inside the truck, and it's right over my shoulder. It's the Taco Clout wide angle side mirrors. These things are super fantastic. I love the little nuances that come in this thing. You have the blind spot monitoring, if that's something that your truck came with. Plus, if you also order, it's got the sequential turn signal built inside that just adds a little bit extra, especially if you have the sequential side marker lights. It's just that added little thing there. Plus the anti-glare, can't go wrong. And quite honestly, I like being able to see more of the road while I'm out there. So be sure to jump over to Taco Clout and get a set of those. Well, my friends, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Hope you did enjoy it. There are so many more mods that I have on the Tacoma, so be sure to jump back through the video library if you're looking for something specific, kind of like the Switch Pro and tray install, the bed rack install, the roof rack install, anything dealing with the Roam packs, other storage, any of the lighting that I've done. Make sure you jump back through and check out those videos. This is going to be the last video of the year for me. I am going to do the last live video, which will be next Monday. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for your continued support this whole year and into the new. I've got some big stuff coming for the Tacoma, as I've kind of mentioned, perhaps a re-gear in the future as part of the road to 35s and more camping trips. Be sure to stay tuned for all of that coming in the new year. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season, and with that, make sure you're subscribed, smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and we'll catch you in the new year. Whoa. A couple of things that I found out really interesting is that the adaptive cruise control eats up more gas than your standard. So pretty interesting aspect. I actually got better gas mileage on the long range just doing your typically standard cruise control.